Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, Puan. I'm sorry for this delay because of school just started having a term one break. So I'm focusing on inclusive strategies that support diverse learners' experiences and cultural identities. So as you are aware, I'm teaching international school. So I am very related to this topic directly, like a very direct exposure. So in this term, I have like varieties of students: France, UK, Australia, Zambia, Namibia, Korea, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Malaysian, and Korea. Yeah, did I mention Korea before? So okay, number one is I'm gonna introduce the slide, and number two is how diverse learners works in the classroom, especially when they are having their own identity, and theoretical frameworks that is being identified, and how I strategize this inclusiveness, and also what is the finding that I have compared to the previous case study, and how is the implementation challenges throughout the process. So the journey is this, but the process is requiring a teacher to be very strong, and she has to be well versed in communicating the language, not language, sorry, communicating the knowledge. I'm teaching GP, Global Perspectives, IGCSE classroom, British curriculum for almost like 3 years now. And the last one is 6 case studies and the best practices. Evaluation and monitoring, I don't want to focus that much. As to conclude, I will highlight some of the areas that I really want to present today. So as for introduction, the diverse learners with cultural backgrounds, linguistic diversity, and socioeconomic factors impact educational experiences. Some of them are coming from a different background. Some of them are coming from like a very different syllabus, especially, and also culture. So that is where I tried to integrate all this value, which is more on similarity instead of differences. I will not focus on differences because that will have a negative impact towards the value. Especially, we want something that is being understood together, then we can proceed to the next. So the inclusive strategy is to promote equitability of the learning opportunities and helps the student feel they belong, valued, and respected. As I have mentioned earlier, that I really want them to be included, they accepted, and understood. So when all these are being combined together well, so they have the sense of belonging. So I'm here, even I'm in Malaysia, but I feel that I am so welcome. So that will support them emotionally, physically, and mentally when they are not familiar with the people, the teachers, and all these sets of human. And I even have a students with the dreadlock hair, colored, and they are very different from Korean, and French different than Bangladeshi, Pakistan. So we want to create that sense of belonging so that you will support them and that they feel you make them feel welcome. So yeah, and in terms of the linguistic, especially when it comes to pronunciation, slang, dialect, I really don't really put it into a highlight. What we want is to make sure that they are well versed in English. As for social identities, it's important for them to understand how it plays an important role in a school. Like some of the value that this Tanzanian girl took from her previous school to Mutiara. So that is how I tried to use them as an example, good example. All right. As for marginalized students, the language barrier, I had this problem with more Korean and Chinese China. So I it sometimes have this kind of negative impact towards their performance. But when we have this understanding of sense of belonging, the kids started to grow together. They grow together. They get along. We don't want them to be left behind. So through that, we have assistant teachers to help sometimes, and we send them for EAL. Okay, so as for the learning theory, this is Vygotsky theory. It's culture, language, and social interaction are important in educational experience. It's very important, like what I'm saying just now. Language, we have the support. So we have EAL. So we have the support system in the classroom that really aids to this learning process where my kids are learning together with me in GP especially. So ecological system theory, so various societal layers influence learners' development, as in like economy, and I mean my kids are very rich kids, so that's the system sometimes I applied, and it is really working when it comes to like expenses, budgetary, and when you have project based work. Okay, and cultural responsive pedagogy, so it integrates students culture reference into teaching practices. So what I meant, as I have mentioned this earlier, that when you integrate the culture and you use that and you blend it together in the lesson, they feel connected. When they feel connected, it's a lot easier for them to understand the lesson content. So the strategy that I in GP especially, um, they have their own syllabus, and it is integrating with culture and diversity of students' ability, especially like in Arab. Some of the Arab, they don't know how to pronounce the words as in park. They will say bark instead of park. So all these are being uh, put in the content. So it helps me too, which I found it is very interesting to explore more as I grow in that school. And critical thinking, yes, there is a design exercises to challenge stereotypes or promote deeper understanding. Um, as what I meant here is, there are some areas in the exercise in the curriculum design that will help better understand, like that will assist, that will navigate, that will mold, that will shape them into something that is like to be understood, to be understood, to be accepted. And as for the practices, the instruction will be different because I have different layers of students. So I will teach based on their learning style. Some of them can put up their hand. They say, Miss Diana, I can't put it into words. I'm gonna draw. Yes, I'll accept it. Miss Diana, I can't do five. Can I just do three? Yes, I still accept it because I wanted them to be included. I want them to be in a position where they are supposed to be in a position. So regardless, if it is like five, if it's like three, yes, that is their mental cognitive ability. So as for CRR, cultural relevant resources, of course, I will have this gap, and I have being supported by some of the curriculum outline, and also there are modules being given online by the ICGSE. As for anti-discrimination, yes, and we can this has not been a problem when I've started introducing from the first time, from the first slide that I have mentioned earlier. There will be no discrimination because we are trying to find mutual understanding and mutual respect. So we started putting a barrier there. We started to just put a knot there. So then after that, they are into the culture that is being grown in the school. So we put this culture as respect and provide the students and also teachers to really follow suit. So I think this is just me, like I am applying them now. So as for community engagement, yes, we do have this cultural exchange. Some of the students went to Sarawak also. And then we are planning to bring them to Sarawak to one day. So that will be something that we will partner with the parents and also teachers. And I think UKM will also join us. UPM and UKM soon. So in this topic that I'm teaching the kids, especially subject, sorry, subject is a GP, it really is just like